In the folds of the Himalayas, where clouds drift like thoughts across ancient peaks and silence stretches back 1,000 years, lies a mystery that stirs the heart of Tibetan spiritual tradition, the hidden treasure texts, known as terma. These are not ordinary writings. They are messages encrypted across time, concealed by enlightened masters such as Padmasambhava, the 8th century tantric sage and mystic believed by many to be an emanation of the Buddha himself. Far from being lost, these texts were never meant to be found until the time was right, and that moment arrives not by chance, but by vision. It is said that Padmasambhava, foreseeing the turmoil and degeneration of future ages, hid profound teachings for those yet to come. He entrusted these termas to sacred sites, sealing scrolls into the heart of remote caves, beneath shimmering lake beds, inside solid rocks, and even within the consciousness of individuals not yet born. But these weren't hidden arbitrarily, each was infused with intentionality, awaiting the destined moment and the destined revealer, a terton. The role of a terton is not claimed, but awakened. These treasure revealers do not dig for knowledge like archaeologists. Rather, they are dreamers, visionaries, seers who tap into a deeper plane of reality. Often unaware of their destiny until the calling erupts through a dream or vision, tertons report being guided by ethereal figures, frequently Padmasambhava himself, toward the buried teaching. In some cases, they walk to a boulder and see symbols that no one else can see. In others, they enter a trance, and scrolls that had remained undisturbed for centuries emerge from a hidden crevice as if the rock had breathed them into existence. But not all termas are scrolls of ink and cloth. Some never existed in the physical world until the moment they are revealed. These are the mind termas, perhaps the most mysterious of all. Instead of being dug up from the earth, they bloom within the mind of the terton, downloaded, as it were, from the infinite spiritual realm. These teachings may appear as sudden memory, as fully formed rituals, chants, or practices that pour through the mind like rain through dry soil. The terton may recognize them instantly as sacred truths, even if they have never encountered them before in waking life. In Tibetan cosmology, this is not fabrication. It is remembrance, soul memory awakening when the time is right. These terma texts are not random pieces of poetry or esoteric musings. They often contain detailed instructions for meditation, rituals for healing, chants for purification, or prophecies meant to steer humanity during times of crisis. In the centuries following Padmasambhava's life, hundreds of terma have been discovered. Some emerge in response to spiritual droughts, periods when established traditions falter and the living essence of practice risks becoming stale or politicized. In these moments, a new terma appears, like a seed dropped from another world, to restore vitality, clarity, and heart to the Dharma. Skeptics naturally ask how one distinguishes a true terma from imagination. Tibetan tradition answers not with laboratory proofs but with resonance and result. If the teaching inspires profound transformation, if it awakens wisdom, heals hearts, or kindles the fire of compassion, then its origin, be it from rock, dream, or memory, matters little. What matters is that it lives. And indeed, many termas have become pillars of entire lineages, integrated into Tibetan Buddhism as fully and reverently as texts traceable to ancient sutras. The landscape of Tibet itself is said to pulse with hidden treasures. A lake may look serene on the surface, but beneath it could lie a chest sealed with sacred relics. A mountain pass might conceal a tiny scroll placed there long before the nation itself was shaped. And perhaps more intriguingly, the greatest hiding place of all is the human mind. Padmasambhava, it is said, placed teachings not only in stone and water, but in the very stream of consciousness of future disciples, karmic time bombs of awakening set to detonate when the world most needs them. In this way, the terma tradition is not only about history but about destiny. It redefines knowledge not as something passed linearly from teacher to student, but as something alive, buried in the earth, yes, but also in the soul. It suggests that we are all part of a living dialogue between past and future, where truth can hide not only in books, but in dreams, mountains, and the silent echo of a forgotten memory waiting to return. To those who listen closely, the world is not mute. It whispers. It waits. And sometimes, it speaks.